I guess now we do have an agreement on what we talked about yesterday. At that point, not a lot of people liked that, but right now you see the market did go lower. It touched 25% to the downside just in XRP from the local highs to the bottom. Now, what next is one of the biggest questions you should be asking. The trend line support is illustrating there is some more room to the downside. You go on a daily chart, which kind of gives you a basic idea that the momentum is still to the upside, which means one candle to the upside and three candles to the downside. Sellers are weak. I agreed. That is where you go on a 3-day chart, and that gives you a hammer. Now, hammers historically indicates a correction is coming. Now, the corrective waves should be what? 30%? 35%? Now, if Bitcoin is about to do something here, then how will that reflect in XRP? That will be clear when we analyze the Bitcoin dominance and the base, which is the altcoin market. Now, we are watching this. Bitcoin dominance was dropping as we wanted, but what next? Let's look at that. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys get to learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. The copy trading kind of gives you the idea how the market moves. The ups, the downs, the ups, the downs. It is not going to be easily possible to see just the green numbers. What matters though is your ROI and how you got that. Did you get that with a 30% win rate? Or did you get that with an 80% win rate? Now we have 91, that's a different story, but this is the reality. The total drawdown has been 37% initial. But in the last 30 days, the max was 24%. And we're doing levered, controlled, but levered. And that gives you the idea how we are winning this game here. 200% in a month may not be big for a lot of people, but I would argue it is for a lot more people. Now, let's actually look at this. Now, if you really want to jump in and you're serious about it, we still have another 85 slots, which I just added 100 more yesterday, and 15 is already filled, around 12 is pending. So that's actually coming like 25 going directly in, and maybe in 3 days, 4 days time, that 200 will be covered. So it's going to be hard for me to open more slots because the capital managed is going to be bigger. Now it's already $330,000. So by the time it reaches 200, maybe it's going to be $500,000, $600,000. So I'll have to slow down on my end because responding to the messages is now becoming tough. So guys, enter the market, stay in the market, ride the market. Now, how do you break this down to give you best idea of what the market is doing? If you do pick things up clearly, you have to understand this is going hot. Now, one of the things which I forgot to tell is the importance of this day. Now, maybe not for you, but for me. My boy is turning 5. The Scientific Investor family has already turned 5, which is 1 month older than my boy. And I'm happy. I mean, the time flies. And he saw the 2021 bull market. He saw the 2024 bull market. So he's a bull guy, right? So this video is going to be short, but make sure you watch till the end because I'm going to put everything together for you guys and everything will be important. Now, the Bitcoin dominance, it broke to the downside. Now, what do we want? Or at least, what am I looking at? I want to retest here, which means Bitcoin grinds up, altcoin suffers, and then this continuation, which is going to be one of that biggest things which we all wanted. Now, how low can that go? We already know that idea, but will it directly go down like that? That I don't think so. I think we may actually come back down to 48, 47 range or even 49 range and then bounce a little bit here and there, which should be like the wave 2 completion, and then go for the wave 3. I think that is going to be one of the biggest moves which we will see. Now the horizon has not changed. The downside and the momentum both are same, both continue in the same direction. Now pick up XRP for that matter. Take the market cap here because a lot of people are not understanding the reality as it is. This asset is now still above the all-time highs after that 25% drop. Now, what I would like to tell you is on a weekly, you're observing selling volume entering. Yeah. And on a monthly, you're still watching. That's a huge buy volume there. And that's December, not November. So think about that. We still have another 25 days for this month to see how high this goes. But now on a short-term view, if you are looking at the market, I would say buy the market when you reach the average drop. That was 35%. This was 40%. Fine. This was what? 31%. This was what? 50%. So your average drop here is around 35% to the downside. You're not trying to get the absolute top or the bottom, but if you manage to get somewhere around 35% drop in XRP, that is going to be a golden opportunity, which is close to $1.8. Now say you wanted to buy in and you bought in at 2.9. That's not a good story because we were literally saying, guys, take some profits. Yeah. Now the price is down, but it's going to go back up, and it's going to go back up big time. That's what a lot of people will miss. Now that is where you need to look at some of these assets, which kind of gives you the idea. Negative divergence on a daily is in. 3-day, you don't have a negative divergence. Weekly, you don't have a negative divergence, which means a long way to the upside is still pending. But what's the trouble? The price action is going to drop on you 40-50%. And the normal average guy is going to be shaken out because he will be levered, highly levered, maybe 5x, maybe 10x, maybe I just saw someone putting an argument of I can't take a 50x leverage on XRP. And I'm like, what? 50x lever? Yeah, if the price drops 50% and then you have the liquidity and then you're entering with maybe 5% of your portfolio, yeah, maybe that's okay. You can go for it. Yeah, if you have the risk tolerance to take that, it's kind of fine. If you're taking a $50, $100 trade with a 50x leverage, I mean, it doesn't matter. That's just gambling at that point. What we are trying to do in the SI family is to guide you through this, to show you where the opportunities are, to show you where the FOMO is, to show you where the red flags are. Because I believe that's really important. Even if that's going to be a fake out, understanding that there is a negative divergence is very critical. Just like we saw in XRP, we dropped 25%. Why? We had the negative divergence. So if you want to be a part of the scientific investor family, and that's growing pretty quickly, and most of the tiers are getting filled. So if you want to be a member there with 1,400 plus other members, join the party, use the link in the description. Make sure you get into the tiers before it gets closed. Once everything is filled up, it's going to be really hard to open up base tiers. Why? They're already reaping the value and they're not going to jump out. And if they do upgrade, yeah, I'll open those slots for you. But understand, the market is not going to give you a lot more opportunities. So you just saw the payment side of the equation. Now, I would like to take you to a different game. Yeah, the Bitcoin kind of related ecosystem. You go look at Bitcoin Cash or Bitcoin Satoshi Vision or, BSV as you call it. It's okay. You can actually look through all of that, or even Bitcoin Gold. Pick up anything which is kind of named as Bitcoin. This argues that the masses out there don't really understand what they're doing, and they're pushing in thinking this is the next Bitcoin. This is the next Bitcoin. They're buying into those ideas, right? They're actually pushing the price up. The volume is not coming up. So I can't actually see how genuine those buys are, but the price action kind of gives you a clear idea that general market is trending higher. With that, if you look at the altcoin market, you are at the all-time highs range, flirting with this range. And you do have a negative divergence on a daily chart. Yeah? You get that? So the last time negative divergence formed, this was that case. In a bull market scenario, you go back and you would like to see what does that mean. It clearly means this. The price made a double top. Now let me clear the chart. Watch this carefully because don't misunderstand. Market is going to do this. Negative divergence here. Perfect. But then the price drops and then goes parabolic to the upside. But that is not one day to the upside. It goes through a hell lot more volatility before it reaches the peak. So that's a 30% drop in the alt market. That's a 29.5% drop in the alt market. You are going to watch these in front of you. So if the market is about to shake you and you are not aware of these situations, it's going to be really tough to hold on. That is why I say learn from the market, watch what we say, learn from that opportunities. In yesterday's video, I gave you the breakdown of what to look at in negative divergence terminologies, especially for XRP, and it applies to all other assets as well. So if you received value, smash that like button for me. And if you want to join the 1,400 plus members, use the link in the description below. I'll meet you guys in the next video. Bye for now.